Ready to go and welcome back to the channel, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Leicester City career mode part 111, if I'm correct. So, from now until the end of the season, I ain't gonna be sure about which episode it is. I feel like this is 111 or 112. It's one of the two, but we're coming towards the end. Well, kind of coming towards the end of the season, midway towards half of the season, and we're starting off with a game against Hull City in the Premier League. A few players in here getting a chance. It's more or less, well, not our strongest side, but some. It's a mixture of our best players with some rotation players, if you want to call them that. Lamela, one of our best players, obviously a starter, regular starter, getting a shot off right there after Hull tested our keeper with a nice little volley. They got off early, we get off, fire back, their keeper makes a nice little save, but it's not until the second half where another chance is created, and it's Geraldo from outside the box trying to kind of finesse it. That shot right there is never really going to cause too much trouble for Gibbons. It's swerving away from the goal. It's kind of a central position almost. Yeah, it's never too dangerous, but Harborough having the ball pulled back towards him right there, and it's so close right there off of the deflection. You see, Aaron's done really well to get it down the byline, pulled it back. It's taken a deflection and it's just gone over the bar. Keeper, I'm not sure if he would have got there, to be honest, if it was on target, but it's another chance right here. It's fallen to Shaw inside the box, and Fabian Shaw pounces on somewhat a fortuitous goal in the circumstances, really. We've got the ball out from Kovalenko into Lamela. He's whipped it into the box. A few players in there. Harborough tries to go for the header. The defender, I think, gets the touch on it, and it's kind of just fallen into the middle of the penalty area, and Shaw is just there to pick it up, basically. And from that close, it's going to be hard for the keeper to deny him that. 88 minutes before the next chance now. Harborough looks for Torvan again off the bench, trying to score another goal. Right foot shot is saved from Pantilimon, but Philip Harborough is there to turn it into the back of the net. So Philip Harborough having a good season this year, getting a lot more game time than he's used to, especially in the Premier League and just bigger competitions, Champions League, FA Cup. Getting a lot of game time, so he's scoring the goals to repay my faith that I have in him. He didn't do too much in that game, but he got the goal at the end of the day, and that's all that really matters. We're back in training. Clark not really doing very well, but he does manage to go up to a 68 overall. Another player who's been on loan basically since we signed him from the youth squad. So you guys don't know much about him, but he does have a lot of potential, and he does look like he could be really good if he's trained right. But back to transfer window business. We've signed Oliver Johansson from Bordeaux for 25 million. This guy is 22 years old, I believe. So 25 million is a big price for such a young player. But I do believe he is Ibrahimovic's regen. I'm not 100% sure, but it makes sense. I'm pretty sure he is very good. He looks like a good player. And you see right there, down there, another signing. Javier Lemoine has signed from Bayern Leverkusen, only 8.5 million. He's another one. I think he's Frank Ribery's regen. Again, not sure. Could be someone else, but I think it is. And he is also looking really good. So we've spent a lot of money on Johansson, and we've spent not a lot of money on Lemoine, but both players look like they could be really good. And I'll leave a squad report at the end of this episode, just so you guys could check out any stats of anyone we might sign in this episode, and just see how they look, because they're looking promising with some exciting players just signed right there, Lemoine and Johansson. In the transfer window, Lamela apparently turns down a move to Genoa. Now, we don't know if that means that an offer was accepted by Leicester, but Genoa apparently was approaching Lamela. Apparently they were in talks, and he rejected them because of wages. However, we got a game right here and two debuts. Both players you can see right here. That is Javier Lemoine right there. And on the right, Oliver Johansson, the Swedish striker. Lemoine, very, very ridiculously small. You could just see him in the background there. I think there's one more part where you kind of see him standing next to Bosu, who obviously is a giant, 6'7". Lemoine, I think, is 5'5". So there's just a huge difference between them. I didn't actually know he was that small when I signed him, but you know what? There you see him right there, just looking just knee high almost. But it don't really matter. He's got a lot of pace on him. Johansson, new signing there, playing it into Cameron early on in this game, and he already gets himself an assist for this team. Josh Cameron puts it into the back of the net in the FA Cup game against Cardiff. We are looking to win the FA Cup for another time, but Johansson's done quite well there to play it and just lay it off to Cameron for him to strike it into the back of the net. He's done a good job. Basu kind of just hanging in the way there, getting in the way of the keeper. But you know what? We are 1-0 up, and that's all that matters. Johansson again running around, looking dangerous down the right-hand side. burst past his man with all kinds of space, and with his right foot, which is actually his weaker foot, he completely smashes it, a thunderbolt, in off the crossbar, then in off the post and into the back of the net. He's just done brilliantly there, just accelerate away from his man. This touch right there to just get into the box and leave his man for dead. He skinned him like a banana, and the finish is brilliant. And Oliver Johansson, I'm not sure if it's Oliver or Olivier, it might be Olivier, I'm not too sure, but he has scored on his debut. Now all that's left is for Lemoine to get one, but Johansson a goal and an assist, and a little bit of trickery right there. Doesn't work that time. He flicks it over the player's head and is completely wiped out while he's just on the cusp of scoring an absolute beauty. I don't know how that wasn't a free kick. The ref gave nothing for it, and Cardiff came down in the second half and pulled one back. So it's 2-1 in this game. Probably should have 3 goals because we should have had a penalty from that Johansson challenge. Like, it was blatant foul. Defender got nothing of the ball right there, but Cardiff getting in behind the defense. See right there, little sloppy defending. But I was kind of trying to play an offside trap, but I was doing it like the cowboy way, just freestyling it completely, fucked it up. And then Cardiff equalise again in the 90th minute. They score another goal, just down to some more poor defending, just more. And it, like, partly that part right there, poor defending for Van Hove to jump underneath the ball, but the part them actually getting a cross in again, it's just so annoying. Like, sometimes you just feel like there's nothing you can do to stop these dudes, because I'm playing tight defense, I'm just jockeying, I'm standing in front of him, and the cross still somehow gets through my player. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. We'll have to go and play a replay against Cardiff City. Hopefully we can win that game. We don't really want more matches though, because the fixture congestion is just a bitch right now. You see, we simulated a game against Liverpool right there just before coming into this game against Bournemouth. We have the best away record in the league according to that statistic. But Bournemouth is always a tough game when I play away. If you remember, if you've watched much of this series, anytime I play against Bournemouth at their stadium, they always cause me so much trouble. And I'm not sure why, but in this game, for some reason, it just felt like their stadium was even more different. Like, they have a different camera angle, in case you didn't realise, to any other team. Their stadium that they play in, the camera angle is so weird. And for some reason, playing in it in this match, it just felt so much more fucked up. Like, it seemed so close and so low. It was just so hard to get to grips with them. They did take the lead through Matt Ritchie with a brilliant finish right there. The defending is kind of poor, but the finish left nothing to be desired. He just smashed it into the bottom corner, low, hard. He could have cut the grass with that one right there. But on the stroke of half time, we did pull one back, and it is Jose Callejon who manages to do that. I mean, thank God our team is as clinical as it is, because we in certain games we wouldn't stand a chance, because Bournemouth in this one have been all over us before scoring their goal. Then they did score the goal. We've had nothing up until this chance, and we get one chance and we're just clinical with it. Callejon, beautiful finish. He just kind of flicks it up with his first touch, and the volley into the back of the net is flawless right there. But now we're getting ourselves into the game. Callejon finds Pogba, and again taken down inside the box. I'm not 100% sure about that one, but it's debatable. It did look like it was a bit of a foul. Nothing given. Bournemouth come down the other side. 71 minutes in, Charlie Austin hits the post, comes really close. Emre Can into Pogba now. He finds Heung-min Son on the left-hand side in behind, and he finds the back of the net. Heung-min Son, the South Korean, again. He does it again. He steps up and he does it again. He finds the back of the net. Decent attack right there. That pass right there from Emre Can was actually meant to go into Heung-min Son, but we took the long route around by accident. We found Heung-min Son, and on his left foot, stretching for it. It's a really cute little finish right there. It's a nice goal. 3 minutes still remaining. Bournemouth do want to get back into this, but we are the ones coming forward. Harbour is denied. It falls to Randall, and he squeezes it in from a tight angle, but he is actually offside. So one more chance in this game for Bournemouth. Can they get something back into it? Austin plays it into, I don't even know who that was, to be honest, but he didn't score the goal. Denied by Adam Gibbons, who actually ended up getting man of the match, and you guys saw they were all over us in that game. More transfer business right here. Deadline day has started, and we have sold a striker to Chelsea for $3 million. You guys probably don't remember him again, but we signed him, I think, 2 seasons ago, and instantly sent him out on a 2-season loan. And I mean, he just hasn't grown into the player that I feel like I was expecting. And along with the fact that we just signed Johansson, we've got Mittelstadt, we've got Harbour and Jovetic, I just don't see a place for him. Chelsea came in And I thought, why not? And another signing for us, as you can see right there, Jasper Pedersen, a centre midfielder from Denmark. He looks really good again. Wait for the squad report at the end of this episode and you'll see the players' overalls and their stats. We've signed 3 really exciting players in this transfer window. And just before the deadline day comes to an end, 2 hours left and a fee is agreed for Florian Thauvin to go to Genoa for 18 million. I mean, so many transfers like this in this series. Nothing against Thauvin. He just ain't really getting the game time that he probably wants or that I even want to give him, because we've got so many wingers in this team. We just have wingers left, right and centre. So we let him go because he's been here long enough. He's been here for a while now. He's done well while he's been here, but it's time to let him go. We have other players, Heung-min Son, Hall stepping up, and Lemoine obviously right there. Pause on their stats right there to just have a look at their overalls. And I'm going to leave this episode right here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you return for the next. The season and series is coming towards an end within the next so or so episodes. Bye.